Hi, this is Kev, welcome to Gear Steer. Today we're going to be unboxing, having a look under the hood and tone testing a Gretsch G2210 Streamliner Junior Jet Club in vintage white, which I purchased from Tom. And yeah, having a look at it, see what we think, seeing how it compares to its contemporaries. I think this is the cheapest Gretsch on the market. It comes with Broadtron pickups and in a kind of Les Pauly type shape. I was looking forward to getting this and I've been enjoying playing it, so yeah, anyway, let's get to the unboxing and see what it's actually like. So here we are, large box, very small room, so I'll do my best. Comes double boxed, as always from Tom with most things. Let's see what kind of packaging we've got in here. Not much. It's literally double box, so I guess this box has been knocking around inside of that box. But it says Gretsch on the outside, so that's a good start. So, it's a box inside a box inside a box, so I don't feel too bad about the packaging. Comes with this rather attractive bubble wrap on top. Let's see what else is in here. A truss rod. An adjuster, I assume that's for the adjustment of the bridge here. And to get intonation and some instructions on that, it's handy. A guitar. Quite impressed with this box. It's a lot more serious than boxes I've received on cheaper guitars. And I have to say, all the expensive guitars I ever bought, I bought second hand. There's some stuff to keep it all dry. And the usual shroud. And here we have it. The guitar I feel like I've been waiting for forever. There we go, that's what it looks like out of the box. I'll pull this bit of protective foam off there. Feels pretty nice. It looks nice. Can't see any scratches on it or anything like that, so that's good. I don't know what's happened with these tuners though. They are filthy. What's happened, I guess someone's tuned it, maybe in the warehouse, with really greasy fingers, maybe after eating a nice McDonald's burger and chips or something, and they just left it on there. Anyway, there we go. I don't suppose it makes a huge amount of difference. The action out of the box is a bit high, so we'll have to look at that. Just hopefully just adjust that here at the bridge a little bit. It seems to have a tiny bit of bow, which is what you're looking for in the neck. Tuners, they look pretty generic, and just from the look of them they look a little bit cheap, if I'm honest. I'd probably be inclined to change those out for some nicer, chunkier tuners. There's not much information on there. You've got this bolt-on thing, you've got 4 washers here, 4 bolts going in there, 3 cavities, 2 pots and a switch. It's pretty stripped down and basic. I took the cavity covers off to take the plastic off, and I thought I'd have a quick look inside and see what the pots are. So it's got these kind of dime pots, which are probably an obvious grade, and they look to me to have very similar capacitors in there that the Skyes come with. Let's take this pot out, see if it wants to come out easily so we can see it. Okay, so there's not much play on there, but the pot doesn't seem to have any name on it, and it has this little capacitor on it, and I can't really see the value on the capacitor because it's it's round here. So here we are in the cavity for the switch, but you can see it looks like a better quality kind of switch really than the pots. It reminds me of kind of a Goto switch that I've seen, but it looks like a good switch, so I'd probably be inclined to leave that one in. I'm going to try and lower this action a little bit. That's the video then. I think that, you know, my first impressions were a little bit bad. Those tuners looked like the guitar had been set up in a fast food restaurant from all the greasy marks on it, which I thought immediately gave me a bad impression. However, the guitar works really well. The fact that it was a bit dirty when I got it doesn't really change that. The tuners don't stay in tune very well, so I'd probably be looking to switch those out. The electrics, especially the pots and capacitor, are cheaper, so that would probably be a good opportunity for an upgrade. But it sounds good. I think it really suits a true tube-driven sound, you know, as I think you probably heard in the tone test. Particularly liked my Vintage Tube Monster, which has been modified, but there's a very tubey sound, obviously. The MXR overdrive, my OCD, and a bunch of other pedals. The action was, I've kind of got that action pretty low, pretty close to where I like it. Yeah, it's pretty good. It has really nice sustain, and it has a really nice resonance. I mean, if you play the guitar not plugged in, it sounds really good. And I'm a big sort of agreeer with Jack Pierce. You know, if a guitar's got good resonance, it's probably going to be a nice guitar. The Broadtrons that come with it took me a long while to get used to. I mean, I've had this guitar for a month, and it's been quite a long time sitting up on its hanger, because every time I plugged it in, it didn't sound like my usual single coil guitars. But I'm a single coil player, and the fact is, once I gave it a crack at the whip, it's really nice, and it's definitely got its own sound. Yeah, they're not Filtertrons. Don't think they're Filtertrons. They don't sound anything like Filtertrons. You know, as I said, they were designed for the Streamliner series, but as the name suggests, they're supposed to reproduce a broad range of the kind of tone palette, if you like. It's quite heavy. I think that native wood is reasonably heavy. I bought a very thick white strap to match the guitar, and it just started cutting holes in my neck, so be prepared for it to be a sort of heavier than usual guitar. I think it feels like a really good guitar. It feels like a much nicer guitar, and it feels like a quality guitar when you play it. So yeah, all in all, a very nice instrument. In terms of the hardware, something I've learned to be a bit suspicious of. It says in terms of the specs, all chrome hardware, which means it's chromed metal, and what that can mean is that the metal underneath the chrome isn't the best. So the great opportunity there is that you can get better hardware for it. So there's that. But I think if you buy this guitar, you're going to be happy. There's not an awful lot not to like, and it compares very favourably with the Squire's Epiphones and other guitars around about this price range. It has that feel, I associate with a Fender or a Gibson. It feels like a nice guitar, it just feels like one, and you're getting that feel of a guitar for not much money. So that's enough about the Gretsch G2210 blah 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 guitar with the extremely long name. There's plenty of other stuff. I've done lots of unboxings recently. I've got one more modified demo to do, but I think then after that I'm going to be concentrating a little bit more on pedals. I've got an awful lot of pedals that have been delivered over the last few months, so I probably should give them their time in the light. So yeah, if you like the video, hit like. If you want to hear more videos like this, hit subscribe. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Gear Steer.